How are you, gents? It's SBG Aussie MGTOW here. I arrived in Pattaya last night, and this is the rooftop of the hotel I'm staying in. It's called Page 10, and I've stayed here before. It's a really nice place, a little bit expensive, but not too expensive. And the service is really good. It's got very modern, very clean rooms. I recommend this place. It's a very good hotel. And this is the rooftop area. There's no one out here right now because it's pretty fucking hot, actually. A bit hotter than I expected, and it's like the start of the monsoon season, so getting a bit of rain here already. And I was in KL, Kuala Lumpur for 2 days. It was pretty hot there too. A lot of big storms. And a storm when I flew in on the plane, a lot of lightning, which was pretty exciting, actually. I'm just looking down toward the beach. Don't know if you can see that well from here because a lot of the buildings are blocking the view. And if I look out here, got the Central Festival shopping mall out there, and that's a big view Talay apartments, which are pretty ugly looking, but they're blocking the view. And looking down toward the beach there, a lot of greenery down there on that block. That's never been developed for some reason, I don't know why, but that's pretty nice to have a bit of a green space, a green barrier there. That's very good. And looking down toward the Pattaya night bazaar at night time, that's really beautiful. And I'll take another video from my balcony. It's just a floor down from here. I stayed on the 3rd floor last time. I've stayed on the 5th floor before, but now they've put me up on the 8th floor, which is just below this pool deck. So I'm the only one here at the moment, and I just had a beer, a San Mig. It was 130 baht, which is expensive. You can get them for 65, 70 in a normal beer bar, so I won't be making that mistake again. So just going to pan around. That's a hotel called The Stay. I've never stayed at The Stay Hotel though, so I don't know what it's like. They're pretty expensive, those ones there. They're run at about $85 to $90 a night. But it's still a lot cheaper than somewhere like Sydney, Brisbane, Vancouver, for example. I just met a Canadian guy, and the exchange rates are pretty bad for Canadian dollars, Australian dollars, but he told me it's still cheap for him to come over here compared to Vancouver. So Pattaya is getting more expensive, but it's still pretty cheap compared to some Western countries. So I'm just panning around. They've got a bar here, just through here. That's where I bought the beer. And really nice pool. This pool's really good. I've stayed here before, been up here a few times, just looking out toward the ocean. And the Mike shopping mall over there, which is being renovated at the moment. Quite a lot of construction going on. And that's just looking down toward 2nd Road. So it's quite built up, but the weather's really beautiful at the moment. Because I'm from Brisbane, I like hot weather, so the hot weather here doesn't bother me. It's similar to Brisbane in about November next month, so I'm pretty used to it. So I just thought I'd let you have a bit of a squiz up here. And just going, and they've got a gym in here. I don't go to the gym very often these days, so looks pretty good, pretty well equipped. Got a fair bit of equipment here. It's a pretty modern building, this. Don't think it's that old, actually. And just going back down. That's my Birkenstock squeaking on the tile floor. Then go back down to the elevator. So I'm on the 8th floor. And just looking back out onto the rooftop. I'm sorry if this video is a bit jumpy. I'm trying to keep the camera still. But I'm not that good at that, as you know, in some of my vids. I'm surprised there's no one here actually, because usually you have a few Europeans up here enjoying the sun this time of year, but there's no one here. But I think the hotel is fairly booked out, which is a bit unusual because it's not high season yet. And now the high season is not that high anymore because of the high baht, which is a bit overvalued, and have the problems with Brexit and that sort of stuff. So it's keeping people away, I think. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm going to be making a few more other videos, so look out for those, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.